Is free will an illusion? The truth will shock you. Every decision you make, what to eat, whom to love, and what career to pursue, feels like it's made by you, right? But what if I told you that your brain already made those choices before you even became aware of them? What if your sense of free will is nothing more than a grand illusion? Today we are diving into one of the most debated topic in philosophy, neuroscience, and even quantum physics. Do we actually have free will, or is everything predetermined? From ancient philosophers to modern day scientists, the answers might shock you. And by the end of this video, you might never look at your decisions the same way again. For most of human history, we have believed in free will, the idea that we are conscious authors of our own lives. It's the foundation of our morality or justice system and even our daily choices. If you commit a crime, you're punished because you chose to do it. If you succeed, it's because of your good decisions. The idea of free will goes back thousands of years. Aristotle believed that humans had a rational soul that allowed them to choose their actions consciously. The Stoics, on the other hand, thought everything was predetermined by fate, but we had control over how we reacted to it. In religion, free will is often seen as the ability to choose between good and evil. Without it, how could we be held accountable for our actions? But what if I told you that modern science and philosophy are challenging the age old belief? What if you're not actually in control? In the 1980s, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet conducted a simple but mind blowing experiment. He asked his participants to move their wrist whenever they felt like it. At the same time, he recorded their brain activity using EEG scans. Here's where things get crazy. Libet found that the brain activity for movement began before the person was consciously aware of the decision. The unconscious mind had already started the process, and only after that did the conscious mind catch up. In simple terms, what we think is a conscious decision might just be our brain's way of justifying something it already decided unconsciously. If you think Libet's study was shocking, fast forward to 2008. Neuroscientist John Dylan used fMRI scans and found that he could predict a person's decision 7 seconds before they were even aware of making it. Imagine that. A machine could tell what you were going to do before you even knew it yourself. If free will is real, shouldn't you be the first one to know your decisions? What does philosophy say about this? For centuries, philosophers have debated whether free will exists or if we are just passengers in a predetermined universe. Let's break down some of the key arguments. Number one is determinism. Everything is already decided. Determinists believe that everything in the universe follows a strict cause and effect pattern. Your choices aren't really choices. They are inevitable results of your past experiences, your brain chemistry, and the law of physics. Think about it. If we could map out every neuron in your brain and understand all the influences on you since birth, wouldn't your decisions be predictable? If everything is just atoms and molecules following physical laws, where is the space for free will? Number two is compatibilism. Free will and determinism can coexist. Philosophers like David Hume and Daniel Dennett argue that free will and determinism aren't necessarily opposed. They say that as long as we feel like we are making choices, that experience itself is free will. Now imagine a river flowing towards the ocean. It's following a determined path, but within that flow, there are currents, waves, and whirlpools. That's how compatibilists see free will. It exists within determinism but doesn't contradict it. Number three, libertarian free will. You are truly free. On the other end of the spectrum, libertarian free will argues that we do make real choices. Thinkers like René Descartes and Jean-Paul Sartre believed that humans have a non-physical conscious mind that allows them to act independently of physical determinism. But if that's true, how do we explain the neuroscience experiments? If we truly are free, why can scientists predict our decisions before we even make them? Now, here's where things get really weird. Quantum physics. In the classical world, everything follows deterministic laws. But in the quantum world, particles behave unpredictably. Some scientists believe this randomness could create a loophole for free will. Roger Penrose and other physicists have suggested that human consciousness might be linked to quantum process in the brain. If that's true, then our thoughts might not be predetermined. They could emerge from the chaotic, unpredictable nature of quantum mechanics. But here's the problem. Randomness is not same as free will. Just because something is unpredictable doesn't mean it's a conscious decision. So does quantum physics really save free will, or does it replace determinism with randomness? Can we still believe in free will? So if free will is an illusion, does that mean we are just robots acting out free return scripts? Not exactly. The free won't idea. Even if decisions are made unconsciously, we still have the ability to stop or change them before acting. This means self control, reflection, and awareness can still play a role in shaping our lives. If our brains follow patterns, we can train it to develop better automatic responses by practicing mindfulness and self discipline. We can reprogram our unconscious mind over time. If people's actions are heavily influenced by unconscious processes, should we be more forgiving, or should our justice system focus more on rehabilitation than punishment? So, do we have free will, or are we just reacting to a script written by our brain and our environment? The truth is, we might never know for sure. What we can do is take control of what's within our power, our awareness, our habits, and how we respond to life's challenges. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think free will is real, or is it just an illusion? Let's discuss in the comment section.